I'm Fiera Luna, and I play games on the internet. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by, and if you've been here before, welcome back. Today we're playing Phoenix Wright. We are playing Trials and Tribulations. You guys remember when we played Phoenix Wright, right? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Alright, welcome in, everybody. Hi, Val. Hi, hi, we'll try this one more time. Hi, Val. Hi, Sir B. Hi, Rice. Hi, Ophelia. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Yes, we are ready for the objections. Inhaling 7 hot dogs. Oh, that's probably not how human noses works. But how am I? Who knows? Maybe they do. I should ask staff. Farming for Magical Girl Prime and Warframe. Good luck. Wish I had a Magical Girl Prime. I don't. I miss blueprints. Me too. But we'll come back to it. I have a plan. My plan is very simple. Get the schoolhouse as the outdoor room so I can find out what those do, what the thingies do, what the thingamajigs do. You know what I mean? Bonk. I must learn. Oh yeah, right. We were doing Armstrong's, like, what is this, the second testimony? Or third? I don't know where we're at. Okay, let me see if I can remember what we did. Oh yeah, there's no mirror in this restaurant. I remember that. Also, I'd like everyone to remember that in the Blueprints title screen, there is a red paper crown. That's adorable. Okay. Let's see if we can get Jean's accent on again. We're gonna have to try. Well, I mean, we know that the Ruby Crown is plot relevant. Now, don't you say anything else about Blueprints, because I don't want to get spoiled to it. I've been working really hard not to be spoiled to it. Very hard. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I know we've read the Red Prince book, and we know about the Ruby Crown. We know that stuff's plot relevant. I just don't want to make any accident. Listen. You can't trust anything. You can't trust other people to make connections. Just you wait. Yeah, I know we're gonna play more Blueprints, but not tonight. We're gonna play it again on Tuesday. Saturday's Monster Sanctuary. I was like, oh, we could play it on Saturday, but that's Monster Sanctuary. Also, I may not be here on Saturday. It depends on how long a soccer game goes. I'm going to a soccer game. Aquarium staff has informed me that I am not going to be the ball. I am too small for that. So we'll see. I will tell you all how it is. It's for the local teams around here. The local soccer clubs play soccer. Very exciting. Or football, as the fancy people call it. Oh yeah, right. Let's see. Sean, what's your accent? You're French. Fake French. The victim, Monsieur Elg, he came to my restaurant alone. I remember the old man arrived not long after him. There were no other customers. Wait, no, hold on. But Glenn didn't get there first, did he? I need to know. Tell us about the o'clocks. By old man, you mean Victor Kudo, correct? Oui. He comes often for my special coffee. I drank your coffee once, Mr. Armstrong. It's special, I'll give you that. It's worth a sip just for the experience. Ooh, you make me so happy, monsieur. You are most welcome anytime. I said it was worth 1 sip, and nothing more. Raymond! We love Raymond! It's the marble soda! It's got marbles in it! That's how it stays closed! It's strawberry and delicious! Oh boy, I've got a strawberry energy drink for tomorrow. I am allowed to have it. I'm gonna drink it all. So old Mr. Kudo arrived at the restaurant around the same time as the victim. Maybe I should ask about his arrival in more detail. Let's ask what time it was. We know what time the guy died. Out of curiosity, about what time was it when Mr. Kudo arrived? Oh, no. I cannot remember, monsieur. I believe we were told by a witness yesterday. The crime was reported around at 2:25 by a kind of scary old man, sir. Does that perhaps jog your memory, witness? The incident happened about 20 minutes before he arrived. So, the victim must have arrived between 2 p.m. and 2:10, no? Just after 2, huh? Thank you for your help in jogging my memory, monsieur. You are wonderful. Sure, so. I cannot. I'm just here. Raw moon, forbidden girl is late. I cannot. That would be Ray Moon, actually. That's how... Listen, if there's one thing I learned from Stargate, and only one thing I learned from Stargate, which is a fantastic movie, and we love it. If there's one thing I learned from Stargate, it's pronounced Ray, not Raw. Why? Hepburn. Or something. I don't know. Raw Moon is a Mega Man guy. Of course he is. Of course he is. Everything is a Mega Man guy. Do you know what? Do you know what? They said Firm Man today. Because they're talking about something completely unrelated. It's a superhero they're talking about. They said Firm Man today, and I was like, oh no, is that a Mega Man? And I got, no, but Hard Man is a Mega Man. And I went, no! No, that's not allowed. Yeah, I know. You can't make that joke here, Val. I know the joke you're trying to make. You can't make that joke here. He's surely made from cement. You don't have to go, Ophelia. You can stay if you want. You can if you want. Come and go as you please. I don't make the rules. Wait. I do make the rules, but not those rules. Do you know what I mean? Y'all know what I mean. I can't believe that's a Mega Man. There's too many Mega Mans. He exists. We don't acknowledge him. Does he have a hard hat? Is he a construction guy? Because, like, unless he's made of cement. Like... I'm really gonna have... Okay, chat. I know you all have a lot of special interests. He just looks like a big tube. Well, now I'm confused. I guess we'll figure it out. Chat, I know you all have a lot of special interests. So, I have an idea. My idea is simple and very silly. It is a PowerPoint, or Google Sheets, whichever, competition. Very simple. You simply make a PowerPoint in the way that Tumblr makes PowerPoints. I'll show you an example later. And then I try my very best to present them, and then I ask you a lot of questions about your special interests. And be like, qu'est-ce que c'est? And you get to yap about your special interests. Actually, I think I've got a couple of friends I've got a couple of friends who I might rope into this who are also streamers and be like, you! Make a PowerPoint about a thing you want to talk about. Tell me about it. Sell me on it. Why should I play Dominions? Or something. What's Ceruleum Ultimate? Do I have permission to join this PowerPoint joke? I mean, we'll see. I'm sketching out the details. I haven't even come up with something yet. It's short notice, but I bet I could do that for the Rainbow Rap Parade. You might. It's gonna depend. I'm gonna do a thing. I got a plan. It's a beautiful plan. Amazing plan. Brilliant plan. It's gonna be great. I know. I see you. Just existing. Yes. Okay. Right, where was I? I can't sit here all the time and do nothing now, can I? The time of day will be added to the witness's testimony. We will show judge. Everything I do it for you. Everything I do it for you. Merci bien. That's French, isn't it? I'm glad at least one person is in a good mood. He's even humming a song to himself. Why does the time matter? The time does matter if it's in the testimony. No. No. Ew. Potassium cyanide. Time of death was between 1:30 and 2. That tracks. Send a picture of that Mega Man who shall not be named. Aw, let's look at him. Let's look upon him. Oh, actually, I see it. He looks kind of like a cement mixer truck, but like stood up. If that's what they were going for, they did it. Congratulations. Okay. Okay, where was I? No, we don't need a coffee cup. I love how he left out the giant ketchup stain. Prescription bag. Oh, I thought there might be a date on, like a time on that. Meet with the tiger, 11 o'clock or something. His original name is somehow even worse. I need it DM'd to me immediately that I might know. Hold on a minute. Hey, the time is important, you guys. If he was listening for the Millionaire Radio thing, it couldn't have been after 2 p.m. I'm afraid I've finally got you, Mr. Armstrong. Quoi? What do you mean? At the time in question, the victim was listening to the radio with his earpiece. The show he was listening to was Millionaire Radio. Each week, they announced the winning number of a $500,000 lottery ticket. Oui, that must be the show Monsieur Ilg was listening to. I can't see any problem with this testimony, Mr. Wright. I wonder. You say the victim arrived at your restaurant after 2 p.m., correct? Oui, I'm sure of it. I remember it perfectly now. I know it was that time because I had just finished serving the lunch menu. Get to the point, Trite, if you have one. That show is broadcast live at 1:30 p.m. I have nothing to talk about for once. I'm sure you guys are glad that about that. Felt like hearing you yap in chat. No, you don't. No choices for you. You can't just take away my agency. I can and I did. No one can take away other people's agency. Or, well, some people can, but they're not allowed. That's not a thing you're allowed to do. That's a thing that other people will fight you over. They'll punch you clean in your face. I must know. Oh no! Okay.
It does not just go in one ear and out the other. That's not true. No, don't disappear on me. Unless you have the power to turn invisible. In which case, can you turn other people invisible? Because, I'm asking for a friend. Yes, a friend who needs to escape an aquarium. And figures that if they were invisible, you could scoot out. You could just scoot yourself out. And no one would be any the wiser. Yes. Definitely asking for a friend. And not me. Is that friend Edmund? Stop! Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
He was also going to be in Mega Man Soccer. Amazing. I love that. He looks round enough to be the Mega Man Soccer ball. And it claims to be the most thrilling 10 minutes of your life. It's on the air at 1:30? Now, supposedly, the victim made some noise when it was announced that he had won. And yet, I don't believe his cry of joy could have occurred after 2 p.m. Because the show had already finished more than 30 minutes earlier by that point in time. No! This victim we've been told about has done nothing but the impossible. Listening to the radio with a ruptured eardrum. Catching a show that was already over. There's only one conclusion you can draw from these facts. He's a time traveler. This victim was an imposter, acting out the poisoning 30 minutes after the real murder. Oh no. He's a time traveler. Yes, there were 2 Glen Elgs in Tribulations that day. The real Glen Elg, now dead, having been poisoned by the real killer. And the phony Glen Elg, acting out the events for Mr. Kudo to witness. It certainly seems that way. I mean, if that wasn't the case, how could you explain the time discrepancy? I knew a time traveler or two once. I still want to write that silly time loop idea, but I gotta, like, solidify the details. Yes. Oh no! Oh no! One day, Mega Man Roll and Dr. Light are watching a game of soccer on TV, when suddenly, robots take over the field. Soccer fields all over the world were thrown into chaos. Familiar enemy robots restored by Dr. Wily were running into the field and running soccer games. And ruining soccer games. To deal with this emergency situation, Dr. Light modified Mega Man and sent him to make things right, saving soccer in the dreams of those who love the sport by playing soccer against Dr. Wily's robots. That's amazing! I love that. Is that like the blurb in the front of the instruction manual kind of deal? Because that is 10 out of 10. That sounds like an instruction manual blurb or the back of the box. No one's gonna get bored of you, Ophelia. You're gonna be fine. I believe in you. I mean, if that wasn't the case, how could you explain the time discrepancy? That's the plot summary on the wiki. That's amazing. Quite a performance, Trite. You were almost on a roll. But sadly, you lack the rock-hard foundation of rhythm to build your song. Godot, we were just talking about the Mega Man. Please, sir. What is this? Music Theory 101? Let's recap. According to your imaginative theory, it's now just after 2 p.m. The phony Elg is performing a play for the benefit of Mr. Kudo. How do you explain, then, where the real Glen Elg is? I don't believe I have to spell it out for the court. However, at that time, the real Glen Elg was already dead. Well, it's certainly the obvious conclusion. Thank you, Trite. That's exactly what I was hoping you would say. What? Now, I presume you can prove this theory of yours? Can you explain where the missing corpse went to? The missing corpse? According to the old man's testimony, there was only one other customer there. If that customer was a phony Glen Elg, then where did the killer hide the body of the real victim? In the kitchen! I can prove that part! The prosecution has a valid point, Mr. Wright.
This is not my job to prove.
If your theory is to stand up to examination by the court, you must provide us with proof by answering the prosecution's question.
You got it. Ooh, a fun fact. What do we got for fun facts? Oh boy. Oh, I know one. I think. Maybe. This is very local. Okay, this is extremely local, chat. So I don't know how well it's going to count for all of you, but I think it's neat. So you guys know that we have Tim Hortons here, founded by Tim Horton, a hockey player, because it's Canada and we can't escape the Canadian allegations. So, at least around here in my city, there was this very nice lady who was known for going through the Tims to get that extra large tea with the tea bag on the side every single day. Every day. Same Tims, same lady, same time. You could set your watch by her. So, when she passed, the funeral procession went through in her van one more time to get the extra large tea with the bag on the side. And I'm just delighted by that. Like, I think it's cute. Like, the whole funeral procession went through the drive-thru, and I think it's just adorable. Like, it's such like a tiny thing, but it's so, but I love that it's such a, like, sweet death ritual, I guess. And then it reminded me that there are lots of places where you can just do that. Like, where that's, like, the thing that you do, where every year you have some festival or other, where, you know, Mexico's got the Day of the Dead, and there's Tomb Sweeping Day, and in lots of other places, like, you actually get the body or a representation of out, and you, like, party with it for a day. And I love that. I love that so much. I love people's connection to history and their own history and all of that. Death rituals, my beloved. Exactly. 10 out of 10. And I like that. And I needed you all to know that, because that's one of those, like, super local facts that people don't always know. If when I die, just sacrifice me to the dust, very well. I think that's what we do anyway, isn't it? I've heard staff hum things like that. They got little songs about it. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. I don't know the tune very good. Something, something, Crane Wives. No, absolutely not. When I die, do your best to forget me. Never happened. You remember this time I forgot Val? No. Good. Never happened. Nope. Nope, we're gonna bust out the song. We're gonna bust it. It's just gonna be non-stop. Remember me. Though I have to say goodbye, remember me. Etc. That's what we're gonna do to Val. This is the one case where we're stealing Val's agency. Laughs and necromancy! That song makes me sob. Don't you dare. But also don't remember me. Too bad! Get remembered! I got 9 brains. That's a lot of storage space. Probably. Yeah, I know I'm 4 centimeters tall. Staff is trying to rain on my parade by telling me that 8 of those brains are actually just nerve clusters that operate my tentacles and make it possible for me to operate my tentacles independently of my actual brain. But this is not correct. I got 9 brains. They're all for thinking with. Too bad! You're gonna get remembered! Get remembered, fool! You foolish fool, foolishly believing we will foolishly disregard you. Nope, that's not true. People do not get tired. Well, okay, some people who aren't prepared for dogs get tired of dogs, but I don't. Do you know what we grew up with? On the sea farm? Please just add sea or ocean or underwater or various other water words to anything I talk about. Do you know what we grew up with? We grew up with dogfish on the sea farm. We had border collies and we had German shepherds. And do you know how fun it is to deal with a whole pack of border collies? It's great. I highly suggest it. They're so energetic. They're so excited to be here. And a well-trained border collie is just a fun time. They're the best time. Any catfish? Yes. Yes, plenty of catfish. They all had clever names. Extremely clever names. Terribly clever, let me tell you. There was Sylvester. I bet you can guess exactly what that cat looked like. I bet you can picture it in your mind exactly what that cat looked like. There was Sylvester. He even had the pink nose and the little chin bit, and his boots were right and everything. So there was Sylvester. There was Stripes. I'm sure you can also guess what that cat looked like. If I tell you he was brown, you'll also be able to immediately see his coat pattern. He was not orange. He had orange cat brain cells sometimes. There was Midnight. You'll never believe what Midnight looked like. Although I will say, Midnight had a little, like, crescent moon patch on his fur, right in the front. Like, right where the breastbone is. And it was this nice, like, the way that sun bears have that, like, have that sort of, like, patch on their chest. But it was just the crescent moon, so it looked like a crescent moon you could pour liquid into. Like a little cup. I loved that. 10 out of 10. Just this slim little crescent of completely white fur. And the rest of him, he was named Midnight, you can guess. You can figure it out. I thought he was a witch's familiar that wandered out of the woods. There were no witches in the woods. But I thought. Oh boy, there were so many cats. Oh, and there was the weird dog. There was a Jack Russell Terrier for a long time. Her name was Angel. That was ironic. She was a delight. She was a lap dog. But like, so if you're expecting the way that, so if you're expecting a dog, like a small dog, to have the same kind of like liquid melting properties that cats do, where they get on your lap and they just kind of like, blah, 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 right into your lap, into any spot that's available, they just kind of melt. Dogs don't do that. I learned that because Angel got up on my lap and it's just like, it's like holding, it's like someone has laid a human head in your lap. Like they just like laid down to take a nap, but in your lap. But it's just the cat, just the dog. They're weirdly solid. Oh, I suppose though that's probably partially because I'm 4 centimeters tall. That's a problem. Hi, Sir V, welcome back. But yes, there were witches. Witches in the kelp forest. That's where they like to live. Anyway, right, where did the killer find the body? I found my new favorite Roblox game I forgot about for 2 months. Oh boy.
Yes, Your Honor. No conjecture, try it. Let's hear some facts for once. Show the court a piece of evidence that proves where the body was hidden.
Evidence? Well, what's with the intense pressure in here all of a sudden?
I thought I had him with that contradiction. But he's turned it all around and backed me into a corner instead. Well, Mr. Wright, the court will now hear the defense's theory and evidence. First, where was the body of the real Mr. L concealed?
Inside Tribulations. It was in the kitchen.
It would have been too dangerous to take the body outside. Obviously, the body must have been hidden somewhere inside Tribulations. Interesting. But where could a body have been hidden inside a restaurant?
All I have to say is live, laugh, death ball. Amazing. What's with the intense pressure? Wow, it's almost like it's a courtroom. I know.
But where could a body have been hidden inside a restaurant? Perhaps you would care to show the court these plans, Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor. The exact location where the body was concealed inside Tribulations was over here in the kitchen. I hope that's good enough. The body was hidden here.
I see. Nice supposition. But the real question is, can you back it up? Where's the evidence that proves the body was hidden in that location?
Oh, there's a little green vial full of Glen Elg's ear medicine. Mr. Armstrong, do you recognize this bottle? No! No! I have never seen that ugly bottle before in my life. I only use the very best bottles, monsieur. The highest quality only for me.
Where was that bottle found, Mr. Wright?
Interestingly enough, Your Honor, it was found in the kitchen of Tribulations. Eh? Quoi? But I only ever use these bottles for my aromatherapy oils. But this bottle doesn't contain aromatherapy oil, Mr. Armstrong. No, it contains a medication.
What kind of medication?
I'm sure everyone remembers, don't they? That Mr. Elg visited an oh no, otolaryngological clinic and was given medicine that day.
You can't be serious.
The defense had the contents of this bottle analyzed, and I have the lab results here. The contents of the bottle match the prescription that was given to Mr. Elg. Glen Elg's murderer hid the body in the restaurant kitchen, at which time this bottle fell out of the victim's pocket. Mr. Armstrong, when the incident occurred, didn't you say you were in the kitchen? Mon Dieu! Yes, you know what I'm about to say. It was you who hid the victim's body. You did a fine job pretending to defend my client, Maggie Bird. However, you were setting her up to take the fall behind the poor girl's back. No!
Order! Order! This is an extraordinary development. Witness, did you murder Mr. Glen Elg?
Never! I could never do such a horrible thing. No. Oh, Godell. Love how he can talk through tossing back that coffee.
The bitterness. Every time I get lied to, I always down a mug of coffee.
I'll have what he's having. An existential crisis?
That's one of my rules.
Do you have the slightest idea how many cups you've had by now? Oh, we should have been counting for him.
Then I like to do the same to the person who lied to me.
Down them? Sir! Sir! Hi, Hoochie! Welcome in! You and Catoid have the same picture as far as like the same default profile picture. So I was like, oh. Did not read. Didn't you just say you down the entire cup of coffee? Sir!
I like to take them down with my empty cup.
Sir! Good job! I'm sorry, Chad. I can't. Give me a second. I need some composure. Good job, this is a family-friendly stream. You have almost 700,000 points. Amazing.
Listen up, chef. How about a brand new flavor in your ear, my H-deficient friend?
Je vous demande pardon. Please, you must hear me out. It is a trap. Listen to me. Por favor. That's the wrong one.
Yo hablo español, Mr. Armstrong, and por favor is Spanish.
Sorry. I know he said H. Like honesty. But I am a force. I am an octopus. Good job. Good job. This man is dangerous. Spanish lessons are coming in handy. I knew what that meant. Yeah.
I'm only going to ask you once. Did you do it?
No. Absolutely no.
Let's hear it. You got one shot, right, Gramps?
And they even used the correct pronoun and word ending. They did! Fun fact about Spanish, you don't even have to say yo. You can just say hablo español. Because hablo is for you. The verb ending already says who's saying it. In French, you usually still say the thing. And when you're teaching new people... Yeah, it already says that you're the one saying it. Yo is I. Yes. Unless you're in Cuba, in which case soy. Cuba's special like that. They get their own. Or, well, sort of. Soy's the verb, I think, actually. Anyway, never mind that. It's been a long time since I've had anything to do with Spanish, and fun fact about Canada, we do not have a lot of Spanish speakers here. Not none, but not a lot. Especially where I live, we have a lot of French speakers here. Nova Scotia has a whole bunch of Acadian areas. Couldn't deport everybody! This is about the 1700s, so it's a funny joke these days. Right.
You got one shot, right, Gramps? Witness, the court will permit you the chance to make one final statement. If you lie under oath again, Mr. Godot's coffee mug awaits you.
Judge! Godot flirted with this man once. And now here we are. Maybe we should have taken a family-friendly tag off this street. It's not on this stream anymore and hasn't been in a little while, but like I just need y'all not to cuss. I know we're kind of in that nebulous PG-13 area, but my man, you are towing a line. Oh boy.
But if you lie under oath one more time, Mr. Godot's coffee cup awaits you, as does my gavel.
Okay, Judge. Okay. Oui, it is clear.
What do they always say in the movies? I've got a bad feeling about this.
These exchanges are amazing. We could have way better. Listen. Godot has the backstory and the jawline. He has the tragedy. You'll see. He has a tragic backstory. Don't you worry. We'll get there. We'll get to this man. He's wearing that visor for a reason.
We'll get there. Very well. Begin your final testimony, Mr. Armstrong.
true. I hid the body in the kitchen. A man forced me to do it. I had no choice. I had to go along with him because there was a reason why I could not refuse. But I did not kill him. I swear it. You must believe me. Yeah, we know exactly why the man forced you to do it. His name is Furio Tigre. You were forced? By who? He's wearing the visor because he wanted to look cool. Yes, exactly it. I cannot say, or I will be erased. Fun fact, Erased is an amazing series. The anime is very good. If you want more detail on what's going on in the anime, actually, I say that. The anime hits all the main points, I think. But if you want more, like, background detail about what exactly is causing sort of the paranormal side of that investigation, if you want sort of the more paranormal side, you're gonna want the manga. So it depends on what you want to do. You'll still have a full experience, with the anime itself. Oh yeah, right. Also, I'm sad that Erased came out when that was the cool title to have for stuff like this, because the more or less literal translation of the title is The Town Where Only I Am Missing. And that's such a good name. That's such a good name. It keeps that sort of phrase keeps coming up within, like, in universe. And I love it, and it gets, like, sort of remixed and comes at you in different contexts, and it makes this nice through line, and that does not come through in English, but that's okay. I'm going off on a lot of tangents this evening. It's Phoenix Wright Night. What do you guys want here? Let's try a different question then. When Mr. Elg died, was he really the only person at his table? There was another man. Yeah, that's nothing new. I know. I knew it. Maggie was telling the truth. You may cross-examine the witness now, Mr. Wright. There's just one more thing I need to do. I gotta break this guy and get him to tell us the name of the real killer. Ooh. A man forced me to do it. I know who this man is. I'm just gonna present him. I'm gonna go big or go home. Go big or go home. Go big or go home. Let's end this dance and bring around the rosy, Mr. Armstrong. This is the man that you've been referring to. Ah! Who is that? I feel like I've seen him somewhere before. Oh, I don't know. Maybe a month ago in this very courtroom? This man is Furio Tigre. He's the manager of a loan office called Tender Lender. I'm so glad I got that pun so late, guys. I played this game before and didn't get it then. I'm glad I got it with all of you on stream. There's no point in trying to hide the truth anymore, Mr. Armstrong. I know you couldn't go against Mr. Tigre. At least not while he had this on you. Where's your loan contract? I found it instantly. A $500,000 loan from a black market loan shark. And you had no way of paying it back, did you? That's why you were forced to do anything. This man told you. Oui, it is as you say. Mr. Armstrong, the tiger, he told me he was going to use my restaurant for a business rendezvous. On the day in question, he was meeting the victim to demand that he repay his loan. I don't know why it happened like that. I just did what he told me to do. I had no choice. I carried the body and the inconscient Maggie out of the dining area and into the kitchen. After that, I just tried to forget what I had seen. I think we can now safely say the man who forced your hand was Mr. Furio Tigre.
do have one further question for you, Mr. Armstrong. The poison and the lottery ticket were recovered from the defendant's apron pocket. Was that your doing as well?
No, I knew nothing about that. Making it look like it was Maggie who had done it. I was not. It is despicable. Despicable, if you will.
Mr. Godot, you will summon this Furio Tigre as a witness. I doubt that can be arranged today, so we will adjourn for now. Proceedings will continue tomorrow.
He's already got him there, doesn't he?
30 minutes. What? The trial will go on. I'll see to it myself. I need half an hour to get that guy on the stand. Not a minute more. How the... Don't sit back and relax just yet, Trite. No one knows if that chef is really telling the truth or not. This trial could still go either way. Very well, your request is granted, Mr. Godot. We will resume once Mr. Tigre is ready to take the stand. Until then, court is adjourned for a 30-minute recess.
Ew. Ba, 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 ba. Why does Godot know this man? It's a mystery. So we're finally going to see the tiger on the stand. We've almost got this case won now, Nick.
I wish I could just agree.
Ah! It's fine. Normal and fine. Alright, we hydrate his chet demands.
Body break.
And then big stretch. Big stretch. Okay, and for body break, I have had a very tasty food. We went to see a king of burgers. But not the Dairy Queen. Just the Burger King. And there were the biggest burgers, and I am so small. I am so small, chat. Those burgers are so much bigger than me. It's okay. I wouldn't have been able to fit a Dairy Queen after all those big burgers anyway. They're huge. Do you know how big a bacon burger is? A Bacon King, if you will? It's so big. It's way bigger than me. Oh yeah, for body break, we're gonna do some arm thingies. Bicep curls is what I was trying to say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Excuse me. Huh? When I cross-examined Mr. Armstrong just now, he said that he was just doing what the tiger told him to do. But Godot picked up on it, remember? He pointed out that without proof, we don't know if what he testified is the truth. You mean, you think Mr. Armstrong was lying? I don't know. But if that's the line the prosecution takes, we could be in trouble. I get the feeling that we don't have the case-making evidence we're going to need. Hey, pal! Detective Gumshoe! What are you so jumpy about, Detective? Your hair's standing on end. Hey, that's the pot calling the kettle black, little Miss Topknot. It's not a Topknot! Grinding a game? We're always grinding games here. No, that's not true. I hate grinding so much. Never mind about the hair. Just calm down, all right? I can't stand still when I don't have a job to do. I kind of get wound up. Ah! No kidding. You gotta have something you need me to do, pal. Anything. Well, hey, I'm gonna take a jog back down to the precinct. I could get some prints analyzed for you if you got an hour. An hour? The trial will have reconvened by then. But Nick, we still don't have a real decisive piece of evidence, right? True, without some kind of trump card to pull out of the bag. We really are stuck. You said you could get some fingerprint analysis done in an hour? You bet! In that case, would you mind checking the prints on this for me? It's definitely this. This is the thing that we've got prints on. If you're going back to the station anyway, could you find out whose prints are on this? Oh, hey. That's the small bottle I gave back to you this morning, right? Yeah, I think it's time we solved that last mystery of who the prints belong to. Sure thing, pal! Actually, that's been gnawing at me, too. Okay, I'll go get this off to the lab right away. Just make sure you don't lose the case before I get back. You got it. This is pretty much the final showdown, I guess. It's time to separate the phonies from the real guys. The wheat from the chaff, even. Alright, back to court.
Court will now reconvene. Mr. Godot, did you find this Furio Tigre? I even tamed him for you. It was a 3-cup job. No problem.
Godot! Tamed him? The guy's name may be Furio Tigre, but come on!
He's pretty lively. Be careful. He still bites.
Godot! Mods are gonna have to be on Godot!
Very well. Please show Mr. Tigre to the stand.
It's me, I'm Mods. It's true.
Witness, please state your name and application for the...
Thank you for voicing that noise, because I can't do it myself. Thank you, game. Ah!
Don't hide under the table, Maya, unless there's room for me down there, too. Would you mind...
What you say to me?
Nothing. I didn't say nothing, honest. Who could have guessed that fear would induce a bad Brooklyn accent in the judge?
I got business to take care of, you hear me? So who the hell called me into this hole? Was it you, Spiky?
No, of course not.
It was the judge.
Your Honor? Oh dear, I seem to have dropped my pen. Where on earth is it? Don't mind me, just carry on with the proceedings as normal.
That's it, we're doomed. Maybe you used to near me. I said, who the hell was it that called me in here?
There's no need to shout. We can all hear you.
What'd you say?
There's no point struggling. You're caught in a snare. The relentless snare of the law. And I'm the one that hauled you in.
I can't. This exchange. Godot, why are you like this, sir?
Too cool.
Don't let him get the better of you, Nick.
Let's start with the basics. You know about the incident in question, correct?
Incident? I don't know nothing about no stinking incident, mask boy.
You mean you didn't attend the previous trial of Maggie Bird?
Maggie, you! I got more important things to do than watch courtroom dramas.
Oh, of course. Well, perhaps you could give us your testimony then. Please tell us about what you did on the day of the murder.
Huh. Phoenix Wright! You was the one who set this up, didn't ya? You was gonna regret the day you ruffled the tiger's fur. You hear that?
Maybe I should have brought a diaper with me today.
Get a grip, Nick. I know! Godot's music just had to sound like that. And I had to give him a voice like Dark Coffee. And we did this chat. We made this perfect intersection. And I am only partially to blame. Yeah, seriously, get a grip. No, no! 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 How dare! I don't know nothing about no murder. I was tied up with business in December last year. Spent all of my time in my office. I got whales lined up to borrow cash from Tenderlander every single day. Yous want to check my alibi? Just ask Violetta. I saw a murder once. I've seen several, because we're playing this game.
Ah, at last, I found my pen. Very well then, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, please. What is it? Please, witness, if you could refrain from shouting like that.
I know the kind of games that guy in blue plays. That lowlife ain't no lawyer. He just punches away at stupid details till he wins.
Lowlife? Me?
Listen up, Smarty. Every time you ask me something that doesn't relate to this case, I'm gonna bill you $50,000, and you's gonna borrow that cash from me.
That's one loan contract I refuse to sign.
And don't think it ain't gonna hurt when you get tangled with the tiger.
Huh. I love a good spectator sport. Just a minute! That's really not... This witness is... How can I put it? A hungry tiger roaming the urban jungle. Get on his bad side and he'll bite everyone's heads off. Yours too. Very well, I have no choice but to impose a penalty system here.
Yous better be listening. I said I got business to take care of. Big business. If you don't split now, I ain't gonna catch my bus. If I don't split now, I ain't gonna catch my bus. Mr. Tigray, please refrain from growling in the courtroom. He can't. He's caught in a snare. Godot's the one that hauled him in. I hear he still bites. Okay, that's it. I've done it. Chat. The snare of the law. The law. This is a joke about an old Judge Dredd movie that none of you have seen with Sylvester Stallone in it. I done been pranked. No. I am an octopus. What do you want from me? No. Wow. Okay. I might have given my laptop a virus. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, so there's this movie called The Witch, and it's a horror movie, and it is stylized with VV. So it's the Vivitch. And I'm gonna level with you. That's how I read that, as virus. And I like that. It's been so long. I wonder if Chad even knows who Sylvester Stallone is. Sure they do. They don't. They don't know who Stallone is. He's an old action movie hero. Is he still alive? Probably. He was in The Expendables. I'll show you guys that scene someday.
It's been 80 years.
It hasn't been, but it's, I knew an expendable once. Me, I was the expendable. No. Actually, Val, the closest to that character type that you know, is probably Hayes. This is a pressure joke. Fair. Which reminds me that I need to write more. I have more things to write. You are not expendable! Stop that! Stop that! We will not have self-depreciation in this chat. We're going back to the video game. When I come back from the video game, there better not be any self-depreciation in this chat. Better not be any. There better be kind words for each other.
The court will impose a penalty for any irrelevant pressing of the witness testimony. Oh, no. Keep that in mind as you begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Oh, no. Yes, Your Honor. You can do it, Nick. Come out from under there already, would you, Maya?
Fier's not mad, just disappointed. Oh, no. Listen, I've been not mad, just disappointed before. I'm not mad at you, Val. Why would I be? I would say. You guys know I would say. I would be like, hey, stop it. You guys have seen me say that to people. Okay. We're not going to press that. We're going to press this. And the reason we're going to press this is because I think I have something here. But I need an exact date from him. Are you sure about that? We're talking about 1 month ago, you know. You see these teeth? That's how sharp my secretary is. Sharp? Is he talking about Viola Cadaverini? She writes everything in my scheduler. December, mainly in the office. That's what it says. So that's where I was.
That seems like a rather, sketchy schedule.
There he goes again. Huh. What the tiger did all December isn't the issue. What's important is what he was doing on the day of the murder. So now what? Press harder! Always press harder. It's Phoenix Wright game. Mr. Tigre, what do you want? If you wouldn't mind going into a bit more detail.
This is a dead end, Trite, and you know it. Remember the rules.
No, it's essential that we establish the witness's alibi accurately.
I agree.
The victim was killed on December 3rd. Were you in the office that day too? Maybe you was ain't listening. Of course I was. I never set foot outside. I had meetings all day with a bunch of cats wanting to do business with me. I ain't never seen that young kid before.
I do believe the last witness's statement was important. Mr. Godot, if you could please... Mr. Tigre, the court asks you to add that last statement to your testimony. Oomph.
Don't let an animal beat you. Be a man, Your Honor, and ask him yourself. The day you was talking about, I was in the office too. I never saw that kid before. I don't think that's true. I think Glenn has a calendar that says meet with the tiger. Bang. Mr. Tigre, you claim you didn't know Mr. Glenn Elg, but it appears that Mr. Elg knew you. What? Mr. Elg left this little note on his calendar. Meet with the tiger. Dated December 3rd.
December 3rd? That's the day of the murder!
Murder! I bring you gold. I bring you frankincense. Oh, thank you. And I bring you myrrh. Murder! Judas, no. Oh no, chat, you've been so quiet. Oh no. Don't be self-depreciating, I said. And then they were quiet. Oh, Chad, it's worse than I thought. It's okay. Look, we got through the... I know, all of you go quiet on occasion. I'm making jokes, don't worry. You're allowed to talk as much as you want. I haven't over that before. Oh, yeah, right. So, Mr. Tigray, I submit that you did indeed know one Mr. Glenn Elg. Because on the very day of the incident, you met with him. You can't just put a little heart after... Nope! Like, that makes it no! You're allowed! Yes, I can. I was in ad jail. I understand. Try me. Sorry about ad jail. I'm glad you've finally been paroled. They'll take you back again someday. But also, I am actually really grateful for you guys when you stick around to watch, like, the ads and stuff. It actually does help a lot. I know. Not bad. You's actually not bad. Sorry? I was just messing with you to see how good you were. Did you hear that, Nick? He said you're not bad. That's one compliment I can do without. Plus, he's lying through his teeth.
Witness, please remember that you're under oath. Lies will not be tolerated.
You's calling me a liar? Is that what you doing? Ruh-oh. Ruh-oh.
So, you've been saying that your claim to have never seen that kid before is the truth?
I said I'm dead serious. You better believe that's the truth.
Then I'd say that gives me time to enjoy another cup of pure black magic. That is, while you testify for the court again, Mr. Tigray. Oh, yes, would you mind indulging the court, witness? He never actually met the victim? That's gotta be a lie right there. It's time I nailed this guy.
Phoenix! Phoenix! I can't say the thing I wanted to say. I can't say the thing I wanted to say. Okay. The game has become sentient and is trying to harm you. Amazing. I love when games do that. We're going to play Kanito Pet. Well, actually, no, that's not true. We're not going to play Kanito Pet. The thing about Kanito Pet is he will dox you. I do want to play it with all of you. Because I like the game. And I think it's interesting. But, at the same time, it's not actually safe for me to play online. I don't mind telling you guys where I am, and stuff like that, but the aquarium staff would prefer you not know exact details. Well, exact details. They would prefer you didn't. I don't care what they want, but they also are like, you are not letting your IP address and other things out on the internet, okay? And I went, oh, okay. And they went, you understand that's dangerous, right? And I went, okay. And they went, are you just saying okay to everything we say to you right now? Okay. And that conversation went on. Yeah. Yeah, so Kanito Pet, even though it does have a stream mode, where, like, hypothetically, when you're playing the game, it will activate your webcam and stuff, and it knows when you're recording. It does have a stream mode that is supposed to turn off most of the things, but they missed a couple of things that are just too dangerous to play live. But I will say, it is a fun game. It's mostly a lesson of, hey, don't give your personal details out over the internet. Yeah, I don't quite trust it enough. I've seen other people play it and be like, And so, like, I'm not willing to play it on stream with all of you. It does turn on your webcam, though. Oh, boy. Spooky. Yeah, Kinito Pet is a good game. I ain't no liar. I never met Glen Elk. There was some lame guy with that name, though. Wanted to borrow cash from me. I set up a meeting with the guy at my office, Tenderlender. I waited around for him, but he ain't never showed. I ain't never even been to that Très Bien joint. You here? Don't we have a pack of matches from Très Bien from you? It does have the vibes. Oh yeah, that reminds me, speaking of vibes, I'm probably going to start reading the Murderbot Diaries, and you guys aren't gonna, I'm not going to shut up about it. Once I do. I was sold at, let's talk about its feelings. Great! The idea was so repulsive to me that I dropped to 97% efficiency. And like, that's the writing style, folks. That's the way it's done. I think you will like it. I need to find a copy for me, so that I might read it and be amused by it and have a great time. Would you download the Catoid hit interactive video game? Probably. I bet it's a shimeji, though.
I see. That all seems perfectly logical. Well, you had arranged to meet with the victim, but he didn't show up. I've heard it's pretty hard to keep appointments when you're dead. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Would you guys download me? Yes, absolutely. Okay, friends. Friends are like the illegal downloaded copy of a game. You get all of the great content, but you don't have the physical copy. Unless you do. I would illegally download a mutual Tumblr user. I would download all of you. Sometimes when I play fighting games, I say I have a person downloaded. That's not what that means. It means I know exactly what they'll do before they do it. It's great! Sometimes when I play chess, I have a person downloaded too, but that's because chess is a solved game. So if you see someone start to do something, then they're doing the thing. You wouldn't download a car. Yes I would. I would too. 3D printing makes that possible. I would 3D print a car. It wouldn't work because I would need steel to do that. Or aluminum. Aluminum. How many minimums are in aluminum? Oh no. Oh, I've done it again. Staff is arguing about whether it's aluminum or aluminium. And also about how many minimums are in aluminum. I want beignets so badly, me too. It'd work on a large enough scale. It doesn't have to be very big for me. I'm 4 centimeters tall. I say both just to annoy people. Fair! Sometimes I do that. Like how I say envelope. The thing you put letters in. Also, because I'm feeling it, and I think you all need a free fun fact in your lives, English has a bunch of nouns that are also verbs depending on their pronunciation. And they're the worst things to learn when you learn English. So if you guys don't know what I mean, I can give you examples. You record a record. You refuse to take refuse. Because that's trash. Oh gosh, there were a whole bunch of them and now I'm just like blanking on every other one. But you get what I mean. It's a noun that if you say it one way, it's a noun, and if you say it another way, verb. Because it hates you. And they're not things like row and row. Those things are unrelated. Even though they're spelled the same, but sound off differently. Words too complicated. Return to meows. Wow. 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 Fiera, would you sacrifice me to get a second life? No. only need one anyway. Aw, come on now. Unless we would both get to be immortal about it. Didn't I tell you I got a big deal going down today? I ain't gonna make my bus now. I'm gonna have to take the express train. That bill's going straight to you. Right? I maybe have like 9 already. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, you never met Glen Elg. There was some lame guy. Yeah, wanted to borrow cash. Uh-huh. I ain't never even been to Tribulations. Yes, you have. We have a matchbook that says you've been to Tribulations. I think. Do we? Yeah! Mr. Tigray, is there something you'd like to tell the court about these matches? Matches? What you's talking about? We found them in your office at Tender Lender. They're from that restaurant. What? If you've really never been to Tribulations before, what was a book of the restaurant's matches doing on your desk? You've been snooping around in my stuff now too, wise guy? What are you, my ball and chain? Ain't no broad controlling me. No, I think we've been clear about the fact that it is, in fact, Godot. Just saying, buddy. Yeah, I think Godot's been pretty clear about it.
Order! Order! Well, witness? I think it's time you started telling us the truth, don't you? Sorry! I'm terribly sorry. Forgive me.
I ain't no pussycat. I'll go back on what I said, but okay. I was at the joint that day. What? But listen good, alright? I might have been there, but I still never met that kid. Again, you can't just threaten the judge. I know there's rules about that. You cannot just threaten the judge.
Looks like an order just came in for another testimony.
Be right back. Be good while I'm gone. Very well. I will not.
I'm this close to proving it was him. He did meet Glen Elg that day. And he did put poison in the coffee. He must have.
I was supposed to meet with a kid at the restaurant that afternoon. When I opened the door to the joint, I saw one ugly scene. The guy was laid out over a table, stiff as concrete. I figured if the place wasn't hot already, it was gonna be, so I split. I heard the cops' sirens on my way out, and I went straight back to my office.
There's no way. I see. You didn't actually meet with him in the end, then. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Hold it! If I wait around here any longer, I ain't gonna make the normal express. No more stupid questions.
Ha! No problem. Anytime Tripe presses you on something irrelevant, I'll see he pays a penalty. But Mr. Godot, that's my job! Your job is to slam that little hammer of yours and call a guilty verdict. So do it. Yes, sir!
Godot! The special express ain't cheap, right? Just so yous know, since yous paying.
Oh, man. Doesn't the rule of law mean anything around here?
No, it's a visual novel, Phoenix. I'm sorry, honey. It's not even that kind of visual novel, but Godot's really determined. Godot, you cannot do that times like 389. I know, this is the umpteenth time. This is the umpteenth time. Think of the court rules. Exactly. I'm curious about something. Where's the Trabian floor plan? We still have it, right? Oh. Guys, I instantly see the problem. Okay, I think I instantly I was checking because I wanted to see something. Okay, he swears up and down when he opened the door to the joint he saw one ugly scene. And I'm not going to debate him on that. Cuz I will say this rack and this little area are kind of ugly looking in that they are really overdone. I think they're cute actually, but like a man like this is not going to find them cute. However, he did not see Glenelg be dead because this is a wall. That's, he'd have to have some pretty sharp eyes. And I'm not suggesting that he can't see through walls because he is, like, he looks like a supervillain. Maybe he's got cool powers. Maybe he got dipped in a vat of chemicals and now he has X-ray vision. We don't know. Do tigers have X-ray vision? We don't know. Here you go, buddy. You're something of a loan-collecting pro, aren't you, Mr. Tigray? No one escapes the tiger's clutches. Well, I'm something of a lie-detecting pro. They do, trust me. Oh, tigers can see through walls. What do you mean, excuse me, what? I said tigers can see through walls. No, that's not what I'm teaching, chat. Yes, that's what chat's teaching me. They are probably correct. Oh. Staff thinks chat's not correct. The tigers can see through walls. I think tigers have X-ray vision. They should learn to trust a catoid more. Exactly. Catoid knows what it... Catoids know what... Listen. Would a catoid lie to me? The answer is no. Not like Staff. Staff lies to me all the time to secure the octopus because they wish to secure the octopus. And no one escapes the Phoenix's clutches. I mean, technically you do... I think it's time we got something straight. What's this, Trite? A new line of irrelevant questioning. These are the floor plans of the crime scene. You say you were standing at the entrance, Mr. Tigray? From there, your field of vision would have covered an area of something like this. Indeed, the witness would have had a clear view of the victim's seat. Isn't that what I just said? I saw the back of the kid's head. Unfortunately for you, that is not possible. If the court would think back and remember that between each of the tables is a tall partition. Why? That's true. Now look at the plans again. The truth is painfully obvious. From the entrance, the field of vision of any customer walking in ends here. So, from the entrance of Tribulations, you couldn't have seen the victim's seat. But you did see the victim that day, because you met with him. Godot, try to let anyone do their job challenge. Challenge level impossible. He can't do it. Wrong. Have you forgotten the old man's testimony yesterday? The victim was alone at his table. But the defense just proved that point to be moot. The victim, witnessed by Mr. Kudo, was not Glenelg, but a fake. What? In order to have Mr. Kudo falsely testify, the real killer posed as the victim he had just killed and acted out a charade. That will do! This trial has gone on long enough without the obvious question being answered. Who exactly was the real killer who impersonated the victim? You say the killer murdered Glenelg, and then impersonated the victim in a performance for Victor Kudo?
In that case, Mr. Wright, reveal the identity of this criminal to the court.
I bet it, I figured, looks like this man. Obviously, the killer is Furio Tigre. No one else could have done it.
What? Well, witness.
Now that's cute. You think you can pin this on the tiger? Maybe you just don't understand. The tiger is king of the jungle. So I dares you to say it again. Come on, you got the guts?
You can't threaten me, Mr. Tigre. It's the defense. Go ahead and tell the witness, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright!
Sounds to me like it must be you, old man. You's got guts. I'll give you that.
Mr. Wright, don't leave me to handle this alone. Ah, perhaps I can end this embarrassment. Mr. Godot. Let's just go back over Mr. Kudo's testimony one more time.
Someone get the spray bottle for this man. I know, right? What a poorly trained tiger.
The old man didn't see just the victim. Oh, no.
Ah, the serving girl brought him a Giavancino, and she put something in it. There's no question about it. She's very, very conspicuously put some white powder in there.
Was the victim he saw the real victim or not? That doesn't matter. The fact remains he saw the accused put the poison into the coffee.
Welcome back, Val. Get a spray bottle for this man. Which man? Every single man in this courtroom. Yes!
Yes, it was the waitress who poisoned the coffee.
Very impressive, Mr. Godot. Waiting for my absence to launch your attack.
Ha! Found your pen at last, right?
I was in my pocket. Ahem. But anyway, Mr. Kudo witnessed two people that day. He saw the victim, the supposed Mr. Glenelg, and the waitress from behind.
Yes, your point, Mr. Wright.
I think the conclusion is obvious. If this Glenelg was really the killer in disguise, then surely it's possible the waitress was also part of the show.
What? You mean the waitress was an imposter as well?
The defendant, Ms. Bird, fell unconscious immediately after the incident. And someone used her fainting to hatch an elaborate plan to pin the murder on her.
What on earth was it? Who on earth was it? Who was this waitress that Mr. Kudo witnessed?
Why, it was the one that actually looks like it. It's Viola Cadaverini.
Who is this woman?
Her name is Viola Cadaverini. She's an employee of Tenderlander. You's making a big mistake! Do you know who Violeta's grandfather is? You better be going home in a armored truck tonight if you know what I mean. Stop shaking, Nick. Where was I? Yes, the defendant, Miss Bird, has stated the following. Well, when I took the coffee over to the victim's table, it's true there was another customer in the restaurant. She was sort of creepy, and she had a kind of cackling laugh. There are just too many contradictions in this case. The second man at the victim's table, who nobody but Miss Bird seems to have seen. The earpiece worn by the victim in his left ear when the eardrum was ruptured. And the radio show he was supposedly listening to half an hour after it was over. There's only one logical explanation that clears up all these contradictions. The whole incident took place twice, once for real and once for show. And, Mr. Furio Tigre, the only person who could have committed the crime was you!
Witness, what have you got to say?
That's cute.
Sorry.
You's alright. I could do with a guy like you around. What do you mean? Okay, I'm in on this game.
I'm gonna have a charter jet to get me to my meeting now, but I'm gonna give yous one more thing to think about before I go. Something to think about? Yous got it all wrapped up nice, huh, right? But yous missed out one really important thing. But that can't be. I was in the joint that day, and I met that kid too. But I couldn't have poisoned him, yous hear? What? Do you really expect us to believe you now, Mr. T. Gray? Ah. What a troublemaker. Troublemaker? Looks like we're going to need another one for the road. One more steaming cup of hot testimony. Indeed. Witness, will you explain yourself to the court? I will give you one more chance to testify. What happened that day at Tribulations between yourself and the victim? Yeah, I loaned El cash, about $100,000. That day, we was due to have a little chat. The kid had hit his paycheck date, you see? So anyway, he tells me he's got no way to pay up. I'm about to flatten this guy when he starts screaming. Yes! I won! $500,000! He got lucky, you know, really lucky. If that waitress hadn't done what she done, everything would have been over. Now, I see that the principal amount you loaned Mr. Elg was $50,000. Yeah, well, you's got the vig to take into account. Interest builds up fast, you know. That's faster than fast. $100,000 is twice his principal. When the repayment deadline was December 3rd, the day of the incident in question. Yeah, he was one lucky kid. He got that $500,000 just in time. So I ain't have no reason to kill the kid. And if I ain't got no motive, you ain't got no case. You can't just threaten a lawyer. Pretty sure 90% of this game is threatening lawyers. Yeah. The other 10% of this game is Phoenix and Edgeworth being Phoenix and Edgeworth and hi. Have you seen them? have you seen Edgeworth? I don't know if you guys have seen Edgeworth. We haven't seen him lately, but it's pretty. Pribby. His motive? He has to have one, but what is it? Yeah, I loaned Elg the cash, about $100,000. Oh, right. Yeah, we've read all this stuff. I want to press that last statement. I want to press this because, like, I want to know... I think there's more to it. I think when he says everything would have been over, I think there's more to that. The waitress, you mean... The girl with the glasses in the defendant's chair, who else could I mean? If she hadn't gotten in the way, things would have been bada bing bada boom, over and done with. I'm gonna ask how things would have been. We know what Maggie did. What do you mean things would have been over and done with? Are you still there or what? I'm talking about the cash. I was there to get my $100,000 back, that's all. I'm a businessman. It was all coming together before the waitress got in the way. I think he was there for MC Bomber. I think he was there for the virus. As far as I can tell from the witness's testimony, other than recouping his loan, Mr. T. Gray had no motive for killing the victim. Witness, you will amend your testimony to reflect what you just said. Yay! Tiger's motive, huh? That's not true! This is your motive. Look at that! Look at that! But this isn't the piece of evidence we need to present. We need to present the more decisive piece of evidence, which is actually just MC Bomber. Potentially worth millions. Bang!
So you just intended to get back the $100,000 Mr. L owed you, correct? I loaned the guy the cash, so that's my right. Unfortunately for Mr. Elg, I don't believe the $100,000 is what you were after. Oh. Shock. I'm not shocked. What are you getting at, Trite? What else would a moneylender be after other than money? Oh, the moneylender was after money. But money in a totally different league. The kind of money that a single disc like this would fetch. What is that? Shock.jpg? Oh yeah, the judge stands up for once? Shock.jpg. I know, right? What is that? A computer virus, Your Honor. A virus called MC Bomber. A computer virus? What does one of those do? A computer virus is a program that wreaks havoc on the insides of a computer. A computer? What does one of those do? I guess the beard isn't the only part of his honor that is from the Stone Age. I'll explain it to you later, Your Honor. Right now, this is the important point. A virus like MC Bomber would be worth several $1 million on the black market. Several $1 million?! Lending money with no hope of ever seeing repayment would normally be bad for business. But in this case, the very fact that Glen Elg had no way to repay the money is crucial. What? Glen Elg was a programmer, a highly skilled programmer. That skill was the collateral Mr. Elg put up in order to borrow the money. Objection. You're trying to suggest that the witness's motive was to get hold of that program? Exactly. The witness may have poor fashion sense, but he is by no means an idiot. Trite.
Oh no, explosions!
All of them being like, what's a computer virus reminds me of, do none of you own a heckin' kettle? Yes! Yes! Fun fact about that, someone actually rewrote that into the Shakespearean... Like, into the Shakespearean iambic pentameter and prose and everything. And it was great. It was 10 out of 10. Yeah, yeah. I'll see if I can find the Tumblr post. But the whole, like... How long does it take you? Like, it only takes like 3 minutes on the stove. What kind of... Are you boiling your kettle on the surface of the sun? Are you boiling your water on the surface of the sun? No, I pour my... I pour the water, cold water into the cup and set it on the stove. What? People all talking about how long it takes to make tea. And the various preparation methods, and some of them are wild. I'll send it. I'll see if I can find the Tumblr post. But finding a Tumblr post is a miracle. Just trust me. The search system. So Tumblr is a place where you make a post and you throw it into the void, and someday it comes back around your dash and has like 17 bajillion notes on it. And it's never the post you think it is. It's usually a post like, I ate spaghetti today. Or, Spider's George is a statistical error and should not have been counted. Or, oh no, I know you know. I'm explaining for future historians. Digital historians, if you ever find me, hello. Hi. Maybe you won't, but I will try to explain things for you, just in case. Yes, this is a good plan.
The witness may have poor fashion sense, but he is by no means an idiot, Trite. A man like him could get his hands on $1 million without resorting to murder. Of course he could, provided that he had time. But what if he needed that money right then? When the pressure's on, the luxury of choice tends to disappear. It seems you have a logical conclusion for this theory, Mr. Wright. Would you care to share it with us? Why did Mr. Tigre need the money to the tune of $1 million?
Oh no, that's not it. It's Violetta's, there it is! Hi, Spudley, welcome in! Hello! We're playing Phoenix Wright tonight! Chat, I'm talking to Blue Raspberry Chat. We're playing Phoenix Wright tonight. We're about to do our Perry Mason moment thing. In December of last year, you found yourself in need of a huge amount of money. About 6 months ago, you were involved in a traffic accident, weren't you? An accident involving a car and a scooter, in which a young woman was injured. She was taken to the hospital where she underwent surgery. Well, where did you get all this info? These medical papers document the treatment of the young woman in question. According to these, her operation cost $1 million! $1 million! And then everyone laughs. Because, like, that's either a comically small amount of money or a comically large amount of money. Yeah, chat gets me. $1 million! I can't do a Dr. Evil impression. It's been a long time since I've seen Austin Powers. It's a fun time over here. Payment for these expenses was due in December of last year and was paid in full. $1 million? A preposterous sum. Someone should sue those HMOs. Fun fact, Japan also has HMOs.
No one would pay a bill like that. If the medical association got wind of it, the hospital would end up as dead as the morgue.
Mr. Tigre had no choice but to pay, because his very life depended on it. The peanut gallery.
Order! 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 You say his life depended on it, Mr. Wright?
I'm having a great time. Staff lets me stream every day. This is great for me, because it means they can't do science while I'm doing this. Or, well, do science to me. The science they do to me is things like weigh me and measure me and give me puzzles to do. And be like, can you do this puzzle? What about this one? There's a shrimpy inside. And so on and so forth. It's great! Fier, can I have an anti-scienceman shield? It's called streaming and they don't bother you while you do it. I need more non-winter clothes. Save me! I cannot. It is too summer.
Order! 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 You say that his life depended on it, Mr. Wright?
Indeed it did, simply because the injured woman was none other than Viola Cadaverini.
Did you say Cadaverini?
Bruto Cadaverini, mob boss in charge of all underworld activities in the city, and doting grandfather to his precious Violetta, also known as Viola Cadaverini. Your life was in danger unless you paid compensation to the boss, correct? It makes sense. You were desperate to acquire the $1 million Cadaverini demanded of you. Are you streaming both on Twitch and Moonbeam at the same time? Yes! I am streaming on Moonbeam, Twitch, and YouTube, all at the same time. YouTube, I'm gonna level with you. YouTube I stream to as a matter of convenience. It means I don't have to upload my streams to it. I don't have to push them there. And I can talk to Cherry Chat when Cherry Chat comes by, and they do sometimes. I don't have a lot of people that follow me on YouTube, but there are a few folks who are very dedicated. And I appreciate that. Twitch is where I started. Cherry Chat says hi. Hi, Cherry Chat. There were a few folks here. Twitch is where I started. And then Moonbeam came along and started existing, and I was like, cool. Yeah. Technically, technically, I suppose, I'm using Restream to do this, so technically I suppose I'm also streaming to Restream, which is apparently also a streaming platform in and of itself, but it does all the encoding for you off your own machine, so I don't have to worry about that part. But yeah. My object is to put as much positivity into the internet in as many places as possible, because the internet is sorely lacking in that thing that I said. And I think they need more of it. And I may only be 4 centimeters tall and an octopus, but by golly, I'm gonna do it! Gonna put as much as my 4 centimeter little self can put. You were desperate to acquire the $1 million Cadaverini demanded of you. So desperate, in fact, that you decided to sacrifice Glen Elg's life to pay your debt. Oh, how the turns table! He is a loan shark who owed money to an even worse man. I dig your vibes. This is a funny pun because you are a potato. You're spunky. But not a turnip. If you were a turnip, I would consume you and gain 6 steps when I play Blueprints. That's how that works. Whole turnips. You can just eat them. They're very nutritious. Wait, you can't. Yeah, whatever. You probably can. Welcome to Grape Chat. We have this weird cat thing, a very important mod, and, sometimes we have rice. I'm not important. That's not true, Val. You're my mod. Can I follow you on Blue Sky if you're on there? Yes! I am on Blue Sky. You will find me on Blue Sky as Fiera Luna, where I am that thing that I said everywhere. You will get to see pictures of me, but IRL. Oh yes, right. Jump scared by my own alerts. We hydrate as chat demands. Body break. And a big stretch. I like to take pictures of my dinner and put pictures of me around and doing things. Staff does not like that I do this because they're like, stop doing that. People will believe you're an actual octopus. And I'm like, I am an actual octopus. And they're like, talking octopi are not a thing normally. That's why you're in an aquarium in the first place. And why we're doing science to figure out what is going on with all of that. And then I puff up as big as I can puff up and they go, ugh. And it's funny. To me personally, I don't think they find it funny. But yeah, I like to post my dinners. I make them myself mostly. Except when staff makes them, which is most of the time. And when I get things like holidays happening, I post a lot because I like to post pictures of me doing holiday things. And I'm working on a little thing for you all because I went on adventures out of doors. I should write something about the second facility. You should. I want to know where they keep catoids. For no reason. Definitely no reason. 100% no reason, and not to help someone else escape from their imprisonment. Oh. Definitely no reason. Oh, right, we were playing a video game, guys. Oh, no, body break. Oh, yes. Okay. For body break, we will do twists. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh yeah, for those of you that are human or human adjacent enough to have abdominal muscles, for twists what you do is you make your abdominals nice and activated, and you just kind of like twist side to side. Your object is to use just your abdominal muscles to do that, but you can use your arms to help guide you. If you're me and you're an octopus, you just do a little twirl. Little twirl. Woo! Oh yeah, right. On the day of the murder, Mr. Tigre's sole intention was to get his hands on this CD. Glen Elg had no way of paying back the $100,000, and Mr. Tigre knew it. But Then a miracle happened. The kind that Mr. Tigre would prefer to say never happened, but he can't. Neither can I.
The lottery win.
Exactly. At the 11th hour, Mr. Elg won $500,000 on the lottery, which left Mr. Tigre with no way of getting his hands on the all-important CD. At least, no legitimate way. So he resorted to illegitimate means. Have yourself a good rest of stream. Thank you! Thanks for stopping by. We're having a great time over here. Whee! Oh, Godot's range is so hard to get to.
That's crazy. He murdered Glen Elg and then made his next move. To frame Maggie Bird for the crime.
Mr. Tigre posed as Glen Elg, while Viola Cat Averini played the role of Mrs. Bird. Then they reenacted the whole thing in order to establish a witness. The witness being the one we all heard testify yesterday, Mr. Victor Kudo.
Like I said, Trite, that's crazy. No one could pull off a stunt like that. For starters, there's no way the chef could have been kept out of it.
But Mr. Armstrong knew all about it. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Godot? Mr. Armstrong owed the witness money too. $500,000, in fact. He had no choice but to go along with Mr. Tigre's plan.
Order! Order! Silence, or I will clear the court...
You just put on a good show, Spiky. If yous want to stay alive in the loan shark business, you gotta be careful. You saying I dressed up like a kid, created a witness, framed someone? If I did something crazy like that, I'd leave a trail as bright as my shirt. I ain't dumb enough to do something sloppy like that.
I agree.
What? Despite your appearance, you are very careful. That's why you took one more precaution. One more trick to make sure Miss Bird had no way out.
What? Another one, Mr. Wright?
No, he is clever.
Interesting. Why don't you fill us all in, Trite?
What was the trick you say Mr. Tigre performed to frame the accused? Where's that badge? Where's that fake badge? There's that fake badge.
What on earth is that? What an insult to think anyone could be fooled by such a childish imitation.
Consider yourself insulted, Your Honor. Mr. Tigre, you didn't just pose as the victim on the day in question. A month ago in this very court, you posed as me. Nah, I just want to call him an idiot. I understand.
What? That's
the truth.
But the witness looks nothing like you, Mr. Wright. Although, now that I think about it, it was you, wasn't it? No doubt it was you, standing in here this very court a mere month ago. The Phoenix Wright who put up the most disreputable, shabby defense I have ever seen.
Can you prove that, Gramps? Prove the attorney who represented the accused here a month ago was this man? Are you prepared to take the stand and testify that it was him? Well... Hey! Forget about it, yeah? I wouldn't do something like that. Not me. You made a mistake, right? It was someone else, huh? Have you no pride, sir?
This isn't a matter of pride. In case you didn't know, Trite, here in court, we deal with people's lives. Mr. Godot is right.
Your Honor?
Speaking for myself, I am absolutely convinced. The attorney in question was the witness standing before me now. However, I preside over this court as the judge, with the vested power to hand down a verdict. Someone in my position cannot be swayed by a memory without evidence to support it.
No! No, witness testimony is direct evidence, you guys! This is direct evidence! Ah! Okay, chat. Story time. Story time, because I need to tell you. Okay, so there's two types of evidence in court. At least in the American court system. Generally speaking, these types are the same everywhere, but, like, it's fuzzy when you get to other places. Anyway, in the American court system, there's two types of evidence. You guys have all heard the word circumstantial evidence. Or just circumstantial, as in, well, the DA's got nothing. Everything they have is circumstantial. Their case will never hold. Okay, so there's two types of evidence. There's circumstantial and there's direct. Circumstantial is when it's not directly related to the performance of a crime, but it can tie you to the circumstance. So it can tie you to the crime somehow. For instance, let's say that you've got a pair of gloves. You're robbing a place, you put on a pair of gloves because you don't want to leave fingerprints. You open up the window, but the sash of the window that you throw open is an old wood window and it's kind of rough, so it catches on some of your glove fibers. Those glove fibers are circumstantial. They're used to prove the circumstances of whatever you did. They say these are glove fibers. We tested them against the gloves that the victim was supposed to have been wearing, or gloves that we know that the victim has, and they match those gloves in material and dye and all of that. DNA is circumstantial. We took samples from the blood spatter at the murder scene and we analyzed it, and it belongs to the victim. This blood was found in the accused's house. In a little like groove in their faucet. In like the little knobs for their faucet. It's used to prove circumstance. Direct evidence is stuff like witnesses to the crime directly. Things like, yeah, I saw you impersonate a lawyer in my own courtroom. Or, yeah, I was the bank teller. Jimmy went in the bank and he said, give me all your money. I know, because I was the bank teller and I was there for that. It's stuff like that. Direct evidence can also be security camera footage. Because, like, it is what it is at that point. If the security camera sees you do the thing, that's a witness. The thing is, though, that most people don't know that, so they take DNA as sort of the, ironclad, like, if there's DNA evidence, then the person's guilty. Which is a weird thing to do, because these same people go, well, the case is all circumstantial. Because DNA is circumstantial evidence. And anyway, I just wanted to rant about that for a little while. Oh, likewise, witness testimony is often completely unreliable, or at least very unreliable in certain situations. There's a couple of situations that come up. Thing one, if you are stressed out and freaking out, the little traitor in your brain called the hippocampus, that little guy, how dare he, puts you into panic mode, and you don't remember nothing in panic mode. Likewise, if you're not thinking anything is important that's happening around you, you're not going to be able to remember details. But your brain will fill them in for you the minute it thinks there's something important going on. What color hoodie was the guy you saw wearing when he entered the bank? Oh, probably gray, I guess? Sorry, honey, it was black or blue or something like that. And that's just kind of how it goes. Oh, if you guys ever want a really good courtroom drama that does an excellent job, although admittedly with the laws of the time, so you have to keep that in mind. If you ever want a really good courtroom movie that does a like phenomenal job with the actual law, My Cousin Vinny is amazing. 10 out of 10. Like, they did their homework. They knew how illegal, like, they wrote that courtroom first, drama second. And I love that for them. I love a courtroom drama that's courtroom first and drama second. Law and Order. I can't glare at Law and Order from here, but just trust me.
If the defense has no further evidence, the court will now excuse the witness. The circumstances surrounding Mr. Tigre are dubious for sure, but not conclusive.
But we've come so far.
You say he impersonated Glenelg. You say he impersonated you. But none of that adds up to a murder charge.
It does add up to a lot of charges, though. Potentially hot take. Law and Order is overhyped. Ooh. This is a potentially hot take. Truth be told, I think it is a little overhyped. It's just what's on in prime time. CSI was the same way for me. Where I was like, eh. I wanted to like The Wire. I did like some episodes of The Wire. Made me happy. Also, it takes place in the same universe as The X-Files, and that made me very happy. It's part of why I tried to watch it. Because the Lone Gunmen were on it for a crossover one time. You know what I did like? What? NCIS. Oh, NCIS. To be fair to NCIS, that show was absolutely off the rails. Like, if you know what the job of that department is, you're like, okay. Huh, this is CSI with a naval background, Oh, I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love Abby. Abby, Ducky's assistant kid, whose name I forget every time. Like, I love them all. They're great. You don't have a shred of evidence that the witness poisoned the victim's coffee. Yuck! Roller skating around in pathology is probably not the best thing to do, but like, roller skating around in pathology is amazing. Ha! Sucks to be you, right? Don't mess with a tiger or you're gonna get mauled, you's got that? All we managed to do here was chase him around a bit, but I was so close to getting him to admit his own guilt. Ha.
Looks like I won't be needing a refill.
If I just had one more piece of evidence. One more piece of evidence, and maybe I could get Maggie off the hook.
Oh, the witness's cross-examination is over. You're free to go, Mr. Tigre.
Hold it! Your Honor, sir! Wait!
Detective?
Detective Gumshoe! Sorry it took so long, pal. I staked everything on this. My badge, the works. So here it is. My heart's counting on this too.
What is it, Detective?
Well, isn't it obvious, pal? It's the final decisive piece of evidence.
What?
I just looked up a last name generator. Want to know one of the options it gave? Price. Amazing. Sorry it took so long, pal, but I finally got the results back from the lab. The results? About the prints, pal, from this medicine bottle. Oh, so? Do you know who the prints belong to now? You think I'm some kind of hack detective? Of course I know. So, tell us. They're the tigers, right? I knew it. No, they're Glenn's. You bet. Clear as crystal all over the bottle. They're Furio Tigre's pie prints, all right. That's great. We've got him now, Nick. What's wrong with you? You've hardly said a word since Detective Gumshoe got here. He's laid everything on the line for this, Nick. There's paw prints. I wanted to say paw prints, but I said pie prints. Oh, Chad. Pie prints would be delicious right now. I'm hungry for pie. I know. Look, I'm sorry. This is kind of hard to say, but it really doesn't make any difference whose prints are on the bottle now. Huh? What? Why not? What we need to produce at this stage in the trial is irrefutable evidence that the tiger put poison in Glen Elk's coffee. He's already admitted that he met the victim. The fact that his prints are on this bottle, it really doesn't make any difference now. I knew it! Great. No matter how hard I try, I'm never of any use. Hey, don't be so hard on yourself. Aw, this was our last chance to help Maggie, and I've been working on some useless piece of evidence the whole time. It's alright, I'm a real loser. It's not breaking news to me, pal. Detective? Gumshoe? Maggie? You've been working on something for me? Sorry I let you down, Maggie. I know you didn't do it, and I'm a detective. We're supposed to be able to prove stuff like that. I'm really sorry. I'll get you out of this. Detective Gumshoe, wait! He's gone. Isn't there anything we can do now, Nick? I wish there was. Gumshoe worked so hard to get that evidence. If only there was some way I could use it. There is! There is! I know there is. I bet this bottle contains poison.
Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
I granted you a recess so you could prepare this decisive evidence you've discovered.
Yes.
Don't keep us all in suspense, Trite. Show us. Naturally, we can assume it's evidence that will actually stand up in court, can't we?
Think, Phoenix. Don't let Gumshoe's hard work go to waste. How much more of my time you gonna waste? I ain't been to no court before, but yous lawyers sure know how to blow things out of proportion.
No doubt, given the nature of the evidence, it will speak for itself. Nevertheless, you will talk us through it, Mr. Wright.
Well, I know I can't prove anything new with this evidence. I'm really backed into a corner here. But maybe if he thinks he's got me beat, he'll let his guard down a bit.
Don't keep us waiting any longer, Mr. Wright. Present this final decisive piece of evidence to the court.
All right. This is the defense's final piece of evidence.
Isn't that the victim's...
Your Honor, naturally the court is already aware of the contents of this bottle. However, interesting new information has come to light. We have clearly identified some fingerprints on it. Fingerprints belonging to you, Mr. Tigre. What?
But Mr. Wright, what conclusions are you hoping to draw from this new information?
Everyone in here knows what the bottle contains, except one man. One person in this courtroom should theoretically be in the dark. My prints are on that pansy-looking bottle, is that what you saying? Well, what the hell's in it anyway? Potassium cyanide. A phony trial, a phony lawyer, a phony clues. Everything about this case has been phony. Seems like the perfect excuse for some phony evidence. Mr. Tigre, this is the decisive piece of evidence that'll prove your guilt. Why? Because it contains potassium cyanide! This is the bottle containing the potassium cyanide.
Potassium cyanide?
The poison used to murder Mr. Elg, Your Honor. The victim's killer used this very bottle. And on this bottle, Mr. Tigre, we found your fingerprints. Well, how do you explain that? You'd make a good clown, you know that? What? Yous ain't never gonna get this to stick. Yous just making me laugh now. You ain't a cheap bluff like that's gonna fool the tiger. Oh, it is. A bluff? I didn't see straight through you, Phoenix Wright. That ain't no bottle with cyanide in it. No. This is the bottle we found traces of the poison in. Don't mess with the tiger. You're gonna get ripped to shreds. The cyanide bottle was brown and it was made of glass. That cheap piece of trash. Don't look nothing like it. Goodell.
It's true. The cyanide bottle is brown, and it's made of glass. We have that in our evidence. Got him. At last. What? Why's everyone gone quiet? I said that bottle. Is this the bottle you're referring to? Yeah, that's it. That's the bottle the cyanide was in. But yous ain't gonna find my prints on that bottle. Don't let that cozy-looking suit fool you, people. That lawyer's just playing games. Tell him, Godot. Tell that guy where to go. You still haven't figured it out? Don't you realize what you just said? What I said? What'd I just say? You were summoned to this court for the first time earlier today. If you really had nothing to do with the murder, you shouldn't have known all the little details. For instance, you shouldn't have known what kind of bottle the potassium cyanide was in. But just now, you slipped up in front of every single person in this courtroom. You described the exact bottle used by the killer to hold all the poison. Yous don't know who you's messing with. I'm the Tiger. I control millions of dollars on the black market. Yous think I'm gonna let some jumped-up suit get the better of me? Sure. The last piece of evidence was phony. But that's just what you deserve. The phony trial with a phony lawyer. It was all played out by you. The biggest phony of all.
I'm not gonna voice all that growling and yowling and whatnot. Ah, we've destroyed him.
What's going on? It looks like a blackout. It looks like a blackout. Well done, Trite. I saved my 17th cup of coffee just for you. Savor it. While you watch your caged prey.
Welcome back, Sir B.
I think he just died! Me too! Godot's visor glows! We love that! I love the visor thing. I think he can see in the dark is why he hit Phoenix in the face.
What in the world did I just see? A man losing his mind. He's fine. Well, he's going to jail for murder, but he's otherwise fine.
Right, you caught a tiger by his toe, and if this one hollers, he won't be let go. The prosecution will be sure to take care of Mr. Tigre, won't you, Mr. Godot? He's being arrested on suspicion of the murder of Glenn Elg, Your Honor. Fortunately for us, we managed to rectify a very grave error. Ms. Bird was found guilty in the absence of a genuine defense attorney. Yes, she was. And in the absence of genuine evidence. But the tiger made one mistake. Indeed! He very nearly got away with everything if it wasn't for that one slip of the tongue. Furio Tigre is a truly frightening criminal. Ah! The truly frightening one is that defense attorney over there. Godot? Well, I am now in a position to deliver my verdict.
And why did I just see a knockoff Burning Spice? Are we talking about Godot? I don't know what Burning Spice cookie looks like. Wait. We can learn. Oh, the tiger. Okay, yeah, you guys are right. I looked up Burning Spice. This is true. I see it. I see it. Burping lice, of course. Ew. I mean, accurate. The tiger is like that. El Tigre.
Well, I am now in a position to deliver my verdict. This court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird.
Not guilty! Not guilty!
He had it coming. He had it coming. He only had himself to blame. If you'd have been there, if you'd have seen it, I bet you would have done the same. Pop, sip, squish. Uh-oh, Cicero Lipschitz.
I love that song. I love Chicago a lot.
I don't care about expensive things. Cashmere coats, diamond rings don't mean a thing. All I care about is love. That's what I'm here for.
We love All I Care About Is Love. It's such a good song. I need to watch Chicago again. Chicago's great. Press conference rag is one of my favorite things to do. I done been bonked. Oh. Whoa. I demand the king voice. Of course you do. Hang on. Make him move another table. Oh, the king voice. Hang on. Need a little water for that.
Oh. Oh, saviors. Did I ever tell you about the time I starred in a musical? I can't remember most of it. I can't say its name anymore. Perhaps it's due to copyright restrictions that erased my home kingdom. No one from there can remember it. But I do. I remember those days. I remember when no one fought like me. I remember when no one's neck was incredibly thick as mine. I remember being very intimidating and an expert at expectorating. And oh, I ate so many eggs.
Copyright gets Cyphrin and the king. Exactly. When the king was a lad, he ate 4 dozen eggs every morning to help him grow large. And now that he's grown, he eats 5 dozen eggs, which is why he's like the size of a floor of the house. I knew an egg once, but just 1 egg. 0 out of 10 needs more Boston creams. You know what I should do? I should make a Boston... I keep trying to make a hamburger for free food. I should make a Boston cream for you guys for free food. That's what I should do. I know how to draw Boston cream. It's perfect. Yeah, exactly. That's what we'll do. Val, put it in the dock. Put it in the dock. I'm busy. Is Chad in unison? Yes, exactly. Chad is in agreement. The chat agrees. It's a Boston cream for free food. I know how to draw Boston cream. Do I know how to draw Boston cream in pixels the correct size for this thing? Probably. Free food. Okay, the denouement. The epilogue part, actually, rather. Mr. Wright, I'm at a loss for words. Thank you, sir. Congratulations, Maggie. Oh, I was so mad when Mr. Wright landed me in all the trouble a month ago. But now I feel like I can forgive him. Hey, that wasn't me, Maggie. That was the tiger. Look, Nick, in the doorway. Detective Gumshoe. Oh, guess I'll be heading off then. See you around, pals. Well, wait. Detective Gumshoe. Oh, yeah. Congratulations, Maggie. Thanks. Okay, I can explain what was happening. Maggie was on trial for murder a month ago. And she got convicted, but she didn't do it at all. And the guy who a guy impersonated us to put her away in jail. And we've just been through the appeal trial. Where we were like, she didn't do it, and we also weren't present for that. King was very mad because he couldn't draw Boston Cream. He flipped a Twitch chat. Also, chat, I need to tell you a thing. I have been doing shading by hand. In A Sprite. I have been doing shading by hand, manually, by figuring out approximately the mid-tone and the upper tone and everything. Did you know that A Sprite has a shading and a reverse shading mode? I found that out today! Laughs and Kryda. I'm so sorry. I found that out today!
Bright one. My pixel art was better. It had more detail. It was clearly the superior option. Yeah, but mine was 8-bit, and I like that. I think there's charm to it. No, actually, he flipped most of the Twitch chat. One singular survivor made it out and went to go assemble a team to defeat the king. The survivor was Catoid. Does that make Catoid Mirabelle? I'm the change god. You don't tell me how to do things. Ah, I see. That's what Val was going for. I was gonna play Death All, but I came back a second before I started playing because I heard one egg. One egg! One singular egg. Well, I'm too short. And also shouldn't be allowed to fight, so get me a frying pan. But I'm also ancient. I also thought so. I feel like... I don't know. I don't get... You're right. I don't get the joke about... I don't get the joke about singular eggs. The only singular egg joke I know is, may I offer you an egg in this trying time? That's it. Okay, chat explain while we do the epilogue. I knew you were innocent all along. Why didn't you say that in your testimony then? Huh? Oh, well, I was... Well, guess I'll be heading off then. See you around. Wait up, detective. He just ran off. Maggie, why are you being so hard on him? He busted his butt for you. It's thanks to him that we got the medication bottle. That wasn't even of any use. But... it's only because Mr. Wright used it so cleverly. Detective Gumshoe was just running around in circles. Poor guy. Looks like she still isn't ready to forgive him. Can't you put in a good word for him, Nick? Yeah, Maya's right. I should help Gumshoe out. It's clear he needs it. Maggie... You know, Detective Gumshoe's been really worried about you through all of this. Well, I wanted to believe that, sir. But on the first day of the trial, he practically gave the judge a free pass to lock me up. Well, he didn't have any choice, Maggie. He's a detective. He has to report the facts. He doubted me, that's why. He thought I might have done it. Okay, basically, there's this Forsaken skin for 1 by 1 by 1 by 1, right? Yeah, okay, I'm with ya. He's like a chef with a frying pan, and because of like a longer running joke of 1x sounds like 1 egg. Oh, yeah, I see. Oh, 1 egg, 1 egg, 1 egg, 1. Yeah, I see it. Though I will say those X's I read 1 by 1 by 1 by 1. Is it 1x? 1x, 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 1? I don't like that. He's a killer, isn't he? Yeah, times and by are the same thing in this context. Oh, I love it. The champion skin will be missed. I'm sorry, friends. I think it'd be funny. A killer that's called 1 by 1 by 1 by 1. That's funny. You hear it?
You hear it? No, he's Heiki. We've been over this. Yes, we have been. Heiki's great. It's a robot. It's a robot I made. Oh, I get it. Yeah, you get it. One by one by one by one. The ants go marching one by one. Hurrah, hurrah. That's a different thing, but you get the idea. Yeah, you get it. I've got to prove to her that Gumshoe really cares about her. I know. I'll give her a little present to celebrate her freedom. Where's Gumshoe's lunchbox full of weenies? A tenderly handmade lunchbox fills the stomach with love and plenty of weenies. They're carved like octopi. That's me! Here you are. A present to celebrate your freedom. That's a present from Detective Gumshoe, made with a ton of love. He said you lost weight and he was worried about you. Detective Gumshoe? Well, I actually really like the weenies, you know. Did you guys hear that? I'm pretty hungry myself, you know. Yeah, the trial dragged on a bit today, didn't it? Is it okay if I eat this now? So, how is it, Maggie? It's really good. Aww. So the case of the phony versus genuine comes to an end. The false allegations surrounding Maggie have all been cleared up. And who knows? Maybe a whole new chapter of her life is about to start. Yeah, we saw that. Oh, I get it. It took me a second to read your name. Hi, PP and J. Welcome in. We're playing Phoenix Wright. I'm talking to Blue Raspberry, chat. Welcome in. We're having a great time. Yeah, we're going to learn Godot's backstory. There's a lot of things in this. This here has so much going on. Turnabout Beginnings is one of my favorite things. You guys are going to have a great time here. Excuse me. You'll never guess. Oh, this is going to be a great time. Okay. Wait, what was Blue Raspberry again? Moonbeam. It's Moonbeam. Also, for those of you potentially wondering, I stream to a lot of different streaming services at the same time because I like to. It's fun. Alright. Off we go! Turnabout Beginnings! This is the last case of this game. Gonna call it Moonben. Mabimbam. The girl, let her go! Shut up! Come closer and I kill her! Sorry, but you're not gonna get the chance. I'm reading through the file of an old court case. It was the first case of my longtime mentor, Mia Fey. Name, Terry Falls. Charge, kidnapping, murder. Sentence, death penalty. After escaping, Falls met with and then murdered Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, recaptured on Eagle Mountain about 8 hours after his escape. Her very first client was a death row inmate who had recently broken out of prison. That was a whole year before Mia and I ever met. Oh yeah, that was the case where she had a breakdown. 6 years earlier, Mia Fey, first trial. Why is he in the hospital? Oh, you'll get to see. No, give him something worse than the death penalty. No, that's the worst they've got. I'm so nervous. I feel like I'm going to die. I never should have accepted this case. Good morning. Don't be so jumpy, Mia. I didn't do nothing. I swear, I didn't kill nobody. Terry Falls, my first client. Sentenced to death 5 years ago, and now a prison escapee? Just relax, Mia. Make small talk and try to relax him. So why did you escape anyway? I'm sorry. I didn't do nothing. I didn't kill nobody. I never lie. I didn't escape from nowhere. But Mr. Falls, the police just recaptured you 2 days ago. Sorry, I told a little lie. Oh boy. But anyways, wait, I need a better accent for this, man. I didn't do it. But anyway, I didn't do it. I never killed nobody. Sorry for asking, but you're on death row, right? I'm really sorry. They sentenced me to die 5 years ago, but I was tricked, I tell you. That woman, she lied in her testimony. That's why I got the death penalty. I swear it. I didn't kill her. I could never do that. Do you ever get jump scared by a name important to you? Not even OCs? Yes, absolutely, all the time. Terry Falls. Gravity Falls. Holy moly! Take yourself as one of the Gravity Falls characters. I'm Dipper. Random journal entry. Fears Mabel. Yes, 100%. Yeah, I was gonna ask about that. How'd you get started on Moonbeam? A friend of mine was keeping tabs on it, and I found out about it from the great and terrible Necromage, who also streams over on Moonbeam. So then I ended up over here. But like, I stream simultaneously to Moonbeam, YouTube, Twitch, and technically Restream, because Restream is also a streaming service apparently. But I stream to all of it. My object, you see, is to put as much positivity into the internet as the internet can take. Which doesn't seem to be very much, but by golly, I'm gonna put as much as I can in here. There's very little of it, you know? But I'm gonna do it! Whose bill? Well, you see, triangle. A triangle you should not eat. You should not consume that triangle. Got a little hat. Cute little hat. The bad triangle of villainy. Dorito, but object show and a hat. Gotcha. I haven't streamed in a while, but I've been thinking about getting back into it, and this place seems nice. It is! So far, it's been pretty chill. And now that you can stream to 2 different realms, you can stream to like a public realm and then also somebody else's. So if you have sort of a... So that way, if you're streaming to like a private realm, you don't end up in a situation where you're streaming to just people who follow you. You can still stream in the public realm as well that matches whatever you're doing. So you can stream to, like, the category of video games, which is what I'm doing, and also into somebody's realm, which is what I'm doing. Actually, no, I'm Stanford. I'd get in a relationship with a triangle. Oh, no, chat. Something, bye, gold, bye. I'm not leaving. I love it. I know. Listen, we've seen some wild hear me outs on this channel. Right, game. 2 days ago, he escaped from the police wagon when it crashed. Then about 8 hours later, a policewoman was murdered before the police could recapture him. The police believe that Terry Falls did it. After you escaped, did you meet a policewoman? Yeah, I did. She's the reason I escaped. So that much is true. He did meet the victim. But I didn't kill her. She was alive when I left. She was alive, it's true. I can trust him, right? I mean, I should.
You're not going to figure out the truth just by staring at that guy.
Why are you here?
I came to see how our little kitten was doing all alone in the big scary lion's den. I thought maybe you'd like someone to play with.
Where's Mr. Grossberg?
That old man is probably still in bed. I bet he's clutching an empty bottle and mumbling in his sleep. Aren't I good enough? After all, it's me, Diego Armando.
I didn't say. So, Diego Armando, the finest attorney at Grossberg Law Offices, is here for me?
No, you've got it all wrong. Today, you're the finest. After all, it took an amazing amount of guts to take on this case. Imagine, an escaped death row convict for a first client.
Yeah, thanks. I sure wish I could get out of it, though.
Relax, I just heard some good news. The prosecutor for Day is fresh out of his diapers as well.
Really?
However, unlike a certain somebody who I won't mention, he's earned the reputation as a genius since beginning his law career.
Genius?
Well, it's about time to head in, kitten. Sharpen those claws of yours. It's go time.
Look, I'm sorry, but him's pribby. I get it. Why are most of the characters in this game hot? It is a visual novel. He's not that hot, TBH. Current form is hotter, sorry. That's because he's got a robot visor in current form. I don't like how he calls me a kitten, though. I mean, it's... You know this man. We know this man. He's, Come on. What have we been saying this whole time? Sir, please. Please. We know about how I am with robots. You're gonna love Murderbot. Murderbot's great. It's beautiful. I love it. I don't mean the book. I mean the character. He can call me Kitten Dies. I mean, you are a catoid. We've all said things. I'm an octopus. I had to read Good Boy in his voice. You know, you all remember. That's a clip somewhere. A solitary confinement cell for the condemned must be the world's loneliest place. Yeah, it is. And that's what my client ran away from. Every other lawyer gave up on him, but not me. When I saw those overflowing eyes and heard that simple childlike voice, I just had the feeling that he was telling the truth. Say good boy in Poe's voice. Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? Chad is always trying to get me to perform voices for them. It's almost like I put effort into these things. Ugh. But if I must, if that's what chat wants, honestly, really, I can't believe that's the strategy you'd use. Paying points
Paying points just to hear them go, just to hear good boy. Congratulations, chat. You did it.
I stay winning, chat. I stay winning. I'm glad you're all enjoying it. This is what Phoenix Wright does. This is why we can't play these games. This is the problem. No, we're gonna play the rest of them. I just had the feeling that he was telling the truth. We'll see about that. He is telling the truth. I done been blanked. No. Bonk.
Court is now in session for the trial of Terry Falls.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. Chat! 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 His baby! This is his first case! Edgeworth's like 16! He's baby! I also, look at him! This is an Edgeworth Stan channel. We love this man. He's beautiful. Oh, chat. I have a secret for you. I have a secret. We get to see him later on. Do you know what he gets when he's older? Glasses. He gets those little rectangle glasses. The ones with the half rims underneath. Yeah. Val, you're probably going to be faster with it. If you can find the picture of him in that, like the full picture of him with the good glasses. Just pop that into the media channel on the Discord. Pop that in there so that we can all... so that we can all appreciate the fact that he's taking good care of himself. Only a little eye strain.
The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. I understand the lawyers for both sides are newcomers?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm Mia Fey.
Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor. Oh, so you're the new prosecutor everyone is talking about, eh? They say you joined the prosecutor's office at quite an early age.
Oh, sorry, yeah, he's 20, I forgot.
At 20, Your Honor. I guess our little kitten hasn't earned herself much of a reputation yet, huh?
Come on, Mia. You can't lose, not to someone younger than you.
Oh. Young people running a trial. I'm not too sure how I feel about that. Now then, the defendant in this case is currently a felon on death row.
I'm gonna make it my profile. I think I did it right. Amazing. Okay. One moment, chat. Yeah, you found it! Edgeworth with the glasses. It's beautiful. Hang on, chat. I need to do something important. I need to do something important. Where is my channel? Chat, I'm gonna tell you an important thing, because I'm distracted by this. Discord's partnered up with Domo AI, and it has sneakily found its way into basically every server that ever. It does not show in the member list, but if you use the ban command, you can ban it. So anyway, that's what I'm going through and doing. Real quick while I'm thinking about it. Ba, 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 ba. Give me a hot second. Sorry, Chad, it's gonna take me a second. Oh yeah, there's one more place I have to go. Woo! Have you ever played Panorama Site? It's another visual novel. No, I have not. I don't know what it's about. Alright, we hydrate as chat demands. Ooh, spooky murder mystery type deal. It's a good time. Ooh, I like that. We played a spooky murder mystery not too long ago, in fact. We were playing Rise of the Golden Idol, which is a sequel to a different game we played called Case of the Golden Idol. which 10 out of 10. I love those games. You solve murder, but by Mad Libs. All right, we hydrate his 10 demands. Sorry, chat. I didn't mean to have to do a bunch of housekeeping immediately. But that's something I want to get way ahead of. Okay, there we go. Back to it. Sorry. I would look at the time. Oh, the Sable is a place that I built, so you know how sometimes you just want all of your toys to interact with each other? You just wake up one morning and you're like, I think I want my Barbies and my My Little Ponies and my G.I. Joes and my Marvel heroes to all have to interact with each other and go on cool adventures. I think it'd be really cool if Nightcrawler and Pinkie Pie went and solved crimes. Sometimes you just want to do that. And that's what the Sable is for. Except it's for my OCs to do that. It's entirely created because I was like, wow. Yeah, it's entirely created because I was like, wow, I love Mark and Callahan a lot. They're so cute and fun and sweet. But I wish Callahan could interact with Andre because I think they'd get along with each other really well. Because, like, neither of them know how to interact with another human being, but I think they have enough shared interests that they could interact with each other. And then I was like, I don't want Mark and Sai to have to interact because they seem like they should get along really well, but they would not. They hate each other so much. And I just, because they're too similar, but in the wrong way. It's great. They do hate each other. Anyways, right. Let me get through this enough so that I can actually save. Unless I can actually save. Congratulations, chat. You're saved. I mean... Oh, whoops. Wrong button. Congratulations, chat. You're saved. Right, we do usually end off. All right. You guys know the deal. That means that is it for tonight. It is now closing time, and we hope you enjoyed your visit to the Octopus Enclosure. If you are with me over on Twitch, we're going on an adventure. If you are with me on any other platform I stream to, you're not. Oh, oops, wrong buttons. Come on. Come on, behave yourself, Twitch. It would behoove you to behave yourself. Ho, 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 ho. Who have we got tonight? There's so many people. Oh, you know where we're going. I'll tell you where we're going. Tell you right where we're going. Gonna go see Afe, and do you know why? Gonna go see some blueprints. Alright, that is it for tonight, everybody. I will see you tomorrow. I can't believe I didn't get to go on adventures. Distraught. I'm sorry. But I will see you all tomorrow for different adventures in Guild Wars 2 tomorrow. I know I did